6 in a row for Newcastle at St James's Park in the Premier League, and only 1 goal conceded in that run. Anthony Gordon, the hero, and match winner today. Here's what he thinks of it all.
Another goal for you, and that must feel like a big win after the week you've had.
Yeah, it was amazing. Like you said, it's been a massive week for us. Some good moments, some difficult moments, but again, we come through as a team. The same 11 played, three games on the bounce, and yeah, we pulled through.
Does that make it extra satisfying? Because there's so many injuries in your team at the moment, to be able to put in a shift like that again.
Definitely, because it's not just the lads who are injured, the lads who are playing every game. I'm limping, like we've got kicks and bruises all over us, so it's so satisfying because we know how hard we work for each other, and to get the win today is a massive result.
When your goal went in, was there a bit of relief because you'd been peppering, you'd had so many chances up till that point? Yeah,
I thought they defended really well first half, so we had to sort of rejig how we were going to break them down, and what a goal it was. Some great passage of play, and best goal ever with a tap in.
7 goal involvements for you as well in your last 8 Premier League appearances. What's that form been down to?
I think just the team and how hard we work for each other, because I'm trying to be as trustworthy as possible and be a guy, my teammates can count on, and through that I'm getting, my rewards, so I'm really happy.
Well, he is getting rewards. He scored in 4 consecutive home Premier League games. The first Newcastle player to do that since Alan Shearer, no less, in 1999. From a Newcastle point of view, first of all, beautifully worked goal.
Yeah, it was. They'd had some real good decisions in the first half and weren't able to take it. But it was a Man United trying to play out from the back, but good interplay here, and Gordon doing what he does. And you'll find most of his goals have come like that, just coming off the back. You just see Man United sort of like.
I was just about to say, Paul, from United's point of view, though, the way they can see.
Oh, this is crazy. Watch Darlow with a highlight there, going into a midfield position there when his centre half is receiving the ball. If they lose the ball there, which they do, look at Darlow now scrambling back, trying to get to the centre forward, leaves his right winger, which is, I think it's Trippier in the end. It slides a lovely ball across, and again Wan-Bissaka at the back post sleeps. Look at him sleeping, watching again. But what Darlow is doing in that midfield position when Manchester United keeper has got the ball, I don't know. Now look again, you might be going back to that's what the manager wants, but they're all into this Pep Guardiola idea of fullbacks going into midfield. Your fullback's got to be good enough to do it. Darlow, none of Manchester, well, possibly Luke Shaw, who's actually playing centre half today, but the other fullbacks, they're not capable of receiving the ball in midfield like that. It's just so open, crazy defending from Darlow. What he's thinking of, I don't know. And again, Wan-Bissaka falls asleep and they can see the goal. And they'd actually defended okay throughout the game. Got a little bit of luck, I suppose, throughout it. Newcastle by far the dominant team, and they end up giving a goal away with stupid play, I think.
And we keep talking about, Eddie, how improving young players in particular. Is Anthony Gordon a case in point?
I think a classic example of it. I think, since he's gone to Newcastle, he's gone from strength to strength. I think he only ever scored 4 goals at Everton in his time there. And he's come to Newcastle in a season. He's come to Newcastle and he looks like he's got a new lease of life. And the way Eddie's playing him, and he's getting the best out of him, and week in, week out, you've seen him. As he said, they're all walking around with knocks at the moment, but they want to play because they're on a high at the moment.
They certainly are. Positives all round for Newcastle. Big negatives today, though, for Manchester United. So a 6th defeat in the Premier League this season for Erik ten Hag's Manchester United. And after 3 consecutive clean sheets, defeat as well. Here's Harry Maguire's reaction.
Harry, that must feel like a really tough result to take in what's been a gruelling week.
Yeah, it's been a tough week. Obviously, 3 away games in 6 days. To be fair, the first half, we looked like we'd played our 3rd away game in 6 days. The tempo wasn't there, the intensity wasn't there. There was a lot better than us in the first half, especially. We spoke at half-time, and I felt we just needed to come out and start the second half a little bit better. We grew into the game, but we just didn't have enough in the end.
Why couldn't you find a way through in the end? Why wasn't there enough there?
Well, I think the last 20 minutes we put pressure on. We could have got a goal. We had 1 disallowed, 1 off the line. They defended the box really well in the final moments. But no, we didn't create enough throughout the game. I felt our threat wasn't big enough throughout the game, and yeah, I'd say they deserve the victory in the end.
There's been a lot of talk about Marcus Rashford's form, a lot of negativity around it. How's he feeling? He didn't look too happy when he came off.
Yeah, listen, Marcus had an unbelievable season last season. Scored numerous goals for us. This season it hasn't clicked for him. He's working hard. He's putting everything into it in training, and everyone in that dressing room knows what Marcus is and knows what he's about, and he'll get back to his best, I'm sure.
Eric, a defeat to end a tough week of away games. What do you say to your players after that?
We had a tough first half, and we said in half-time, okay, we are pleased we are 0-0. We have to stay in the game, but we didn't. But then we had a good comeback in the last part of the game, but that is the fight what we have to show.
Was it Newcastle's pressure? Did it just get too much?
There are always reasons, but we will talk tomorrow with the team about it. And the rewards are for Newcastle United. We go back, we will talk about this, and then we move on to Wednesday.
You're unable to find a goal tonight. What's the biggest concern for you from the performance?
Well, as I said, I will talk with my team. In the end, we stayed in the game, and we had some good chances by Reguilón. It was a clearance on the line. We thought we scored a goal, but just offside. So we could have drawn, but all over, you have to say Newcastle, they deserve to win.
There's been lots of negativity around Marcus Rashford's form. Why do you think, from a coach's perspective, that he's struggling this season?
I talked with him about that, and not with the media.
We could see also that you were unhappy when Bruno Fernandes went down after a tackle. What conversation has been had around that?
Yeah, I think everyone has seen what happened. And before that, I think we had a very good break and we could create a big chance. And there was a foul. And this was not even a foul. Okay, but it happened in the game. So also we leave that behind us.
You mentioned before the match that the gap between games was a bit of an issue. Is the fixture pile-up becoming a problem?
In this week, it was not in our advantage. But you have to take it as it is.
How do you put things right now then, Eric? Because the next game just around the corner, you've got Chelsea on Wednesday. What's the main focus?
This team is resilient. And for instance, we have seen after City, we had a bad defeat. But then we keep together, we stick to the plan, and we keep going.
All of those 3 away games in 6 days got a reasonable bearing on today's performance or not?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of an excuse. As we said before the game, it's difficult coming back from a Wednesday night game into 3 or 4 hour flight. It can be tough, yeah, but I think an extra few hours does give you a little bit of time psychologically to get over that. You had a nice rest this afternoon when you could have been playing. But there's no excuse for the way he played, I don't think. There was never any... Look, if that game was 3 or 4-0 to Newcastle, I don't think we'd be sat here complaining. They never threatened attacking-wise. OK, they had the chance with Garnacho early on, but it wasn't an outstanding chance. Other than that, Harry said they came into the game, they grew into the game. I think I missed that part. But they did. Look, they threw the ball into the box, but I thought Newcastle defended it quite easily. They had the one off the line, I suppose, when Reguilón with the volley, then the offside goal. Other than that, I thought it was just so easy for Newcastle. They made life easy for them. As I say, if it was 3 or 4-0, I think we'd be sat here saying, yeah, fair enough. It was a fair result.
And the only downside for Newcastle is, unfortunately, another injury. Nick Pope, who's been in fine form. We make that 12 unavailable to Eddie Howe now.
And I think most of those 12, if you looked at them, they would all be starters for Newcastle. So in tough times, and so he'll be pleased with the result in terms of what he's down to and what the players are giving him at the moment. But that's obviously a major concern for them going into the next round and they play Everton during the week. So will they be looking to fill the same 11? I think they'll have to, because when you look at their bench, it's as we said earlier on, there's a couple of goalkeepers and some teenage players. So that's tough for Newcastle at the moment.
United at home to Chelsea Wednesday. Is that the best thing to get a game as quickly as possible back at Old Trafford after today?
Yeah, I'd say so. I don't think Chelsea are the team they was. But they're going to have to improve. They're going to improve massively. I don't think I'd train till Wednesday night. I'd just leave them, try and get some energy back in their legs, and somehow go into that game knowing they're going to have to work hard against a decent Chelsea team. Don't get me wrong, but it's a game they should be winning.
Gentlemen, thank you both for your company. A fine day for Newcastle. A very disappointing one for Manchester United. From the three of us, we'll see you soon.